Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening if kung anong oras nyo man to narinig or napanood. Okay. So, today we are talking about the different forms of executive clemency. But first of all, I would like to discuss about the executive clemency. So, executive clemency is a powerful authority granted to the president. Example of this is for the federal crimes and governors. The example of this is for the state of crimes in the US and the Philippines. It allows them um, to forgive or reduce sentences for individuals convicted of crimes. So the executive clemency has the types of clemency. And these are the pardon, commutation, reprieve, or remission. Then, who can apply of all this? Um, all individuals convicted of crimes, typically after serving a portion of their sentence. They are the one who can apply for this. Then the qualifications of executive clemency is factors includes the good behavior in prison and the health issues and the age of the prisoner. Then the recent examples of this are here at the Philippines. President Bongbong Marcos granted clemency to former Iloilo City Mayor Jed Mabilog for administrative cases tied to alleged drug links. And in the US, the recent example of this is the President Gerald Ford's in 1974 pardon of Richard Nixon remains a landmark case. So the keynotes of this are the clemency does not admit guilt but is discretionary. It has a discretion. Then also applications often require review by justice departments or boards. They requires the review before they granted the um, executive clemency for this. Next, we have different forms of executive clemency. So this is the original topic that mom gave to me. First is the pardon. Second is the commutation. Next is remission. Number 4 is respite. And next is reprieve. That is reprieve, not a reprieve. Um, so executive clemency is a constitutional power allowing the president and governors to mitigate or forgive criminal sentences. So these are the primary forms of executive clemency that we will discuss later on. So this typically requires time served and good behavior. Um, Applications often involve state boards, like governors rely on the advisory committees. Then the limitations of these are the um, presidents cannot pardon impeachment cases, and governors follow state-specific rules. First, first different forms of executive clemency is pardon. A pardon completely removes all legal penalties and restores the rights and status of the convicted person. The effect of pardon is the crime is forgiven and the individual treated as if they were not convicted. The example of the pardon is a president pardons a person for a federal crime. The person is freed from prison and regains civil rights like voting. Okay, the pardon is gives full forgiveness of a crime and restoring the rights of the prisoner. Example of this are the voting and the holding office. So, the president can grant pardons for federal convictions, and the governors grant pardons for the state convictions and often revised by state boards. So, next is the commutation. Commutation reduces the severity of a punishment without removing the conviction of the prisoner. Then, the effect of commutation is the sentence is lessened. Example of this from death penalty to life imprisonment. But the criminal record remains. Example of the commutation is a 20-year prison sentence is reduced to 10 years. So it reduces the sentence of the prisoner and lessens the sentence or the penalty of the prisoner, but the criminal records are still remains. So, yun nga, commutation reduces the sentence, shortening the prison time of the prisoner. Then, the president may commute federal sentences such as death penalties. Then, the governors can adjust state sentences, often after the board recommendations. Next is the remission. Remission is it reduces the duration of a sentence without changing its nature. The effect of remission is it shortens the sentence based on good conduct or humanitarian grounds, but does not remove the conviction. Then the example of remission is a convict serving 10 years may have 2 years remitted and serve only 8. So, just like commutation, it lessens the duration of the sentence of the prisoner. Also, the remission cancels monetary penalties or returns seized property. So, the president can remit federal fines or forfeitures, and the governors address state level financial penalties for the prisoner that has been remitted. Next is the respite. So, respite delays or temporarily postpones the execution of a sentence, especially in humanitarian situations. The effect of respite is often granted when the convict is pregnant, ill, or in extreme conditions. Example of this, the example of respite is a pregnant woman sentenced to death may be granted a respite until after childbirth. So, the sentence may be applied after she gives the childbirth. The purpose of this is temporarily relief granted to postpone execution, particularly in capital cases, to allow time for appeals or reconsideration of the prisoner. Also, it has purpose of humanitarian considerations, maybe used for individuals with severe health issues or other compelling circumstances. So the duration of the respite are often granted for 30 to 90 days and renewable if it is necessary. And the extension is still granted by the presidents or governors for respite if further time is needed. So, it considers not a pardon or rare in modern practice. A respite does not forgive the crime or reduce the sentence. It is merely delays its execution. Okay, so the last one is the reprieve. Reprieve is a temporary suspension of the execution of a sentence, especially death penalty. The effect of this is it provides time for appeal, reconsideration, or review, just like respite. The example of this is a death row convict is granted to reprieve to allow a fresh legal review. So, reprieve is a form of executive clemency that temporarily suspends or delays the execution of a sentence, particularly in capital cases. Reprieve is it temporarily halt a sentence, allowing time for individual to seek for further legal remedies or for the executive to reconsider the case. It does not alter the original sentence or address guilt. The purpose of this is to granted or to postpone execution, just like um just like the first form of executive clemency before the reprieve. It may be used for individuals with severe health issues or other compelling circumstances. The duration of reprieves are it can last from days to months, depending on the case and the executive's discretion. Okay, next. Why is clemency important? First, it corrects the potential judicial errors. So, when we say judicial errors, it corrects the judicial review. It process when courts assess the actions of legislative, executive, and administrative branches to ensure that they are aligned with the Constitution or law. So, the purpose of this is corrects the action by public bodies that overstep their authority or violate legal standards, ensuring compliance with constitutional or legal requirements. The um the second one is it shows humanitarian concern. So it serves as the protection of human rights. Uh, Judicial's review ensures that government actions do not infringe upon fundamental rights such as the right to life, liberty, and security. Um, it ensures the fairness and justice. It requires that government decisions are made through fair processes. It includes that ensuring individuals have the opportunity to present their case and that decisions are made without bias. We say it is liable. Courts can assess government policies to determine if they align with humanitarian principles such as the obligation to provide protection to refugees and asylum seekers. This is crucial in cases where policies may lead to inhumane treatment or violations of international human rights standards. Next is next clemency important is it helps integrate reform individuals back into society. Also, it gives protection against unfair practices. Um, it prevents arbitrary or discriminatory practices that could hinder their reintegration. Mm, the judicial review ensures that government decisions affecting reformed individuals such as parole or probation conditions comply with the law. If reformed individuals faces unfair treatment or decision that limit their opportunities, judicial review provides pathway to challenge these decisions. This helps restore their rights and dignity, facilitating smoother reintegration. Okay, let's proceed to the conclusion. This is the last slide that I will be discussed. Conclusion. In conclusion, executive clemency is not a loophole but a tool of justice that reflects comparison, balance, and fairness in law. Used wisely, it upholds both of the law and humanity. And that's all for my report. Thank you for listening.